What's going on, guys? It's JSGC here, and we're here to review the disastrous performance from last night. Now, I absolutely hate Anfield. I hate going there. We all know what to expect. Every single person in the whole country that follows football for any length of period of time knew what was going to come at Anfield. And Man City had made a little bit of a preparation, which I'll talk about in just a moment. But I'm really disappointed with this performance. I wasn't angry so much, I wasn't raging, I wasn't fuming. This isn't a rant video. This is more just a disappointment summary and where I think things went wrong. I put it on Twitter yesterday, little bits areas that I thought we were lacking in, and little bits of areas has made the difference between us going through to the semi-finals and not so. So we'll get on with what happened in the game. So for the first 12 minutes, we completely dominated the play. We looked settled, we were passing it about nice. Our midfield four that we'd put in, they were coming back, they were defending in numbers, they were going forward in numbers. It was exactly what I'd called. 90 minutes I wanted of that. That would have been perfect. We'd have come out with at least a narrow loss, at the very least, if we'd have stuck with that game plan. But after 12 minutes, after Leroy Sané had ended up getting dispossessed from our actual own corner, the break forward through Mo Salah feeds in Firmino. Firmino manages to get a shot. Edison gets down well. He could have done better to have kept it in his grasp. He didn't. He ended up pushing it out. He didn't push it into the danger zone or right back. He pushed it back into our defenders. Our defenders were there. Kyle Walker, for some strange reason, didn't clear the ball. He looked like he was trying to control the ball. He's slow, it was sluggish, he's dispossessed by Firmino, plays in Salah, and with Edison ends up committing, ends up getting just a slight touch onto it, but too much power, and the ball goes in, and game plan undone from there. And it's really disappointing. This is a game where we needed to go ahead, we needed to keep our heads on, really, we needed to be thinking more, they needed to be box smart, they weren't box smart. They ended up not clearing the balls. But, you know, when you see danger there, just clear your danger, clear your line. John Stones was getting taught that all of last season. I think the whole defence needs teaching that. Now, Otamendi, who's been immense this season, ends up making rash challenges. He ends up all over the place. The gap between the two centre-backs, it's just ridiculously embarrassing. Laporte, he wanted to go and help Company out, so Company could go and end up bridging that gap in defence there. That would have helped, certainly, for the second goal. However, with Mo Salah causing all kinds of problems, we needed to drop a little bit deeper and try and stick with the game plan. They ended up going out the window. The midfield got so sloppy and the defence pushing up. It all just looked so disorientated. It looked confusing. The players looked confused, which isn't an excuse, because for the first 10 minutes they weren't confused. They knew what they were doing. The game plan just went out the window. The messages needed maybe getting across to the captain, organise the defence, let everyone know the game plan, and it weren't there. And ultimately then Liverpool end up pressing through Milner, and OXLADE-CHAMBERLAIN gets allowed a load of space 25 yards out, and just like at Anfield last time, OXLADE-CHAMBERLAIN finds the net from outside the box, and it's really disappointing. It's a carbon copy again of what happened in this stupid 10 minutes that we had. We didn't have a stupid 10 minutes yesterday, we had a stupid 20 minutes, and then 31st minute with Mo Salah putting in a decent cross, and for some reason we're bad at defending at the back post. Not enough men, there's not enough physical presence there, and Mane, of all of them, ends up winning a header and putting it in the back of the net, which is extremely disappointing, because Mane isn't Cristiano Ronaldo. He isn't 6'2", 6'3", he isn't powerful. He's a winger. He's just a small winger that ends up winning the header. And there you go, 3 goals in the first half. Could have been 4 with Van Dijk missing a good chance towards the end of the half. It was just so disappointing. Everything about it was just disappointing. We didn't even end up registering a shot on target. In the Champions League quarter-final first leg, you can't be doing that. This is a game where we needed an away goal. We've not done that. The attack weren't there. Second half was a lot better, but the attack looked clueless. Everyone looked clueless and was lacking a lot of leadership on the pitch and a lot of experience, which ultimately we didn't have. So in the end, 3-0. We've got it all to do in the next leg. Being sensible and being realistic, we're out of the Champions League now, which is extremely disappointing. We haven't gone out to the giants of Bayern Munich, Real Madrid or Barcelona. We ended up going out to a Liverpool side who turned up, did their job, did their bit. So absolute fair credit there to Liverpool. They fully deserved their 3 goals and their 3-0 win, and fully deserved their clean sheet too. If I'm honest, if Mo Salah didn't get injured, I fear this could have been 4, 5 or even 6 if they'd have carried on. They're probably tired towards the latter stages of the second half. But they defended well in numbers. They took off Salah. Obviously, he got an injury, so whether we'll see him in the second leg or not is another matter. But the job's done there for Liverpool now. I mean, it's not even, you know, I say 0-0's a bad result, 3-0's just horrendous. I'll talk about how I can see us going through as we go through the video, but I just want to look at why we actually lost this game. Now, I'll put it down to 6 reasons why we ended up losing this game. The first reason being Pep's tactics in the game to go and change your side, which is suicide in my opinion in the Champions League. Champions League's all about you showing your brand of football, sticking to it, you live by it, you die by it. He changed it. Sin. There's a sin there. He changed it with good reason. He's changed it. He knows what to expect from Liverpool. However, this isn't a Premier League game. This isn't a, oh, we lose this game, we've got another 37 games to make up for it. This is, you lose this game, you've got another 90 minutes, you get a bad result, you get a hammering, then you're going out. And that's basically what has happened. Pep has gone to set up with 4 in midfield and pack the midfield, basically. If he was going to do that, maybe he shouldn't have played a striker in Jesus. Maybe Bernardo Silva might have been a better option for retention of the ball. Sorry, I really do not know, but it just looks so confusing, so clueless. It didn't work, and ultimately he really should have stuck with playing the 4-3-3 type formation, which is ended up not what we've done there. We looked better in the second half. That was mainly due to Liverpool. They didn't have a go. Not being tired, it's just the players had gone off that could make the difference, so they didn't have a go, and that's why it ended up staying at 3-0. So there's now like a 0.1% chance that we can go through rather than it being killed off. But you know what I mean? The only saving grace is that this wasn't at the Etihad and it's 3-0 to Liverpool and there's away goals there, but we just stand no chance of going through. There's that small glimmer of chance because we are capable of scoring goals. We didn't show it in this game, but we are capable, believe me, of scoring a lot of goals. We have scored 7 previously in this season, albeit it was against Stoke, but we've put 5 past Liverpool before, which obviously is a little glimmer of light. I've got to have something to go at. I don't think it's going to happen, but I've got to have something to look forward to. Otherwise, we're just going to end up being extremely disappointed next Tuesday, which I'm fully expecting. Hopefully, we'll turn back to our normal tactics. We'll turn up and we'll show Liverpool why we are top of the league, why we've been playing so well. It's attacking football, and we can show that we can score goals, and we will give it a fight. I want to see that from the players. Now, next bit, number 2, why it didn't happen was confusion, and ultimately, which led to the players' heads dropping. So the confusion for the tactics from Pep, again, they've not really played like that formation this season. It was confusing to start with when looking at it. No one really knew their roles. Pep sorted out at half-time knowing their roles. He was meant to sit deep when he was meant to go forward. That should have been done before the game. It was done once it went down to once it went a goal down. It should have been reiterated to the players what the plan is, which leads me on to the reason number 3 was there was no plan B or plan C. They didn't, you know what I mean? They must have expected that Liverpool had come and have a go, and if Liverpool do score, you've got to look at every scenario. Liverpool do score, what do they do? And ultimately it led to nothing really. The heads ultimately ended up dropping from there, feeling sorry for themselves. It happened at Anfield last time, it's happened again, and I don't like making mistakes twice. That's unforgivable. So it needs putting right. It needs putting right on Saturday with a perfect game against Manchester United. Now, another one that I looked at, and it's a real reason, not just against Liverpool, but if it was to come up against any of the European elites, it's a weak mentality that we have in the brains. Now, the squad that we've got, they're very young. So we're looking at players like Leroy Sané, Raheem Sterling, Bernardo Silva, Gabriel Jesus, even Kevin De Bruyne too. We've also got players like John Stones, Laporte, Edison even as well. A lot of our first-team players there, they've not won much in their careers. Now, I'll look towards Real Madrid. I put it on Twitter, so I'll pop up my tweets, actually, of what I put. But I look to Real Madrid. I look up to Bayern Munich. I look to Barcelona. They've got World Cup winners in there, and they've got Champions League winners in their side. They know what it takes to win the Champions League. They know what it means. They know when to turn up, and they know that when you get in a big game moment, you need the big game players to turn up to get the job done. So we're talking players like Ronaldo, Messi, Luis Suarez. We're talking players like Robben, Lewandowski, Manuel Neuer. Keylor Navas is starting to put himself in there as well. He's having a very consistent season with Real Madrid, and he seems to be doing it now for the last 2 or 3 seasons. Marcelo's done it too. Do you know where I'm going with this? These are big game players that turn up in the big moment and they do their business. Now, I look to Man City and I look to our big game players. So we're looking at players like David Silva, we're looking at Kevin De Bruyne, we're looking at Leroy Sané, we're looking at these players, particularly in the attacking sense, to go and make a difference, and Otamendi and company in the centre back to go and make a difference up front in the defence. Sorry, so it weren't there. They don't think like winners. They are going to be winners. Obviously, we're going to win the Premier League, so they are going to become winners, and they've got to get that on a consistent basis. Only then, when we can perform on a consistent basis in the Premier League, the mentality will start going away from I'm a good player to I'm a winner. And that's the mentality we needed yesterday, was I'm a winner. We go behind, you think, well, that doesn't matter. We're a winner, we're going to go out there and we're going to win. You don't see Real Madrid's heads dropping at 1-0. You won't see Barcelona's heads dropping at 1-0. Barcelona's mentality would be, even if they lost 3-0 at Anfield like we did yesterday, they'd go to Camp Nou and they'd say, we're going to absolutely annihilate Liverpool. Liverpool aren't going to come forward. They'll get the chances to score, but we're going to have so much more. We will have 5 or 6 good opportunities to put the ball in the net, and we can put 5 or 6 of them opportunities into the net. They showed it with PSG last year. Man City, we've got the question's been answered. Have we got the answer? We will find that out on Tuesday, because I'm almost certain that we'll be able to create chances. Whether we're going to put 4 or 5 of them away, I do not know. Liverpool will score away goals. With the way that we need to go for it, you'd presume so, because they are superb on the counter-attack. This, so much in favour of Liverpool, it's untrue. So we're looking for experience. We needed experience on the pitch yesterday, and we didn't get that. Now, when we're talking of Premier League, and this is the 5th reason, like I just said, the lack of big game experience. These players are young. They're going to get it as they get older and they get more experience. And I imagine that once they get to more cup finals and win more trophies, they'll get more experience. But they're not there at the moment. But Liverpool's players, they're not there at the moment either. So there's no excuse as to what happened yesterday. There is absolutely zero excuses for what happened yesterday from the team, from the coaches or anyone. So, you know, they just got to turn up and do their business. So, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if we went and signed a couple of experienced players in the summer. It really wouldn't surprise me. I know it's great signing all these young players and everything, but we've mentioned that we're 1 or 2 signings short. I personally feel like we're maybe 3 or 4 signings short. A left back, certainly. I mean, no one seems to mention left backs. We're crying out for a left back. Laporte, left back. He looked okay yesterday, but we need more. We need more. You know what I mean? Someone experienced. I mean, Dani Alves that we went after in the summer, he'd have been perfect. He's a big game player. He's experienced. He's been to finals. He's won Champions Leagues. He plays for Brazil. He's, you know what I mean? There's experiences to come. Someone with level head like that would have been perfect yesterday for getting us maybe through the little tricky period of 20 minutes that we had where we ended up conceding 3 goals. Yeah, and last but not least, I want to say that the reason we lost ultimately was because Liverpool were better. Let's face the facts here. Liverpool yesterday were fantastic. They turned up with their game plan. We all knew what was coming. They went and executed it perfectly. They were fantastic. They were aggressive. The midfield trio, which was of James Milner, I think it were. He had an awesome game, didn't he? OXLADE-CHAMBERLAIN to Jordan Henderson. It was solid. They hunted like wolves in packs. Fantastic from Liverpool. Their midfield won them that game. Ultimately, it does come down to midfield. I know their attacking 3 players are awesome and they're going to score the goals, but for the build-up play, they need the 3 rocks in midfield. They got the 3 rocks yesterday. Man City, we don't have that style of play. We have passing. We're excellent-ish on the counter-attack for making excellent through balls and direct runs. We're also excellent at passing and working our way in. We couldn't find it yesterday. Liverpool did find their game plan. It worked perfectly. They've got the win and they're more than likely now in the semi-final of the Champions League. So absolute fair credit to Liverpool. They turned up. I won't take anything away from them. Superb. I wish we'd done the same. There we go. Hopefully we'll have a more competitive game at the Etihad. We won't make it as easy for you, and hopefully we'll have more goals and maybe you know, it might be an entertaining game for the neutrals. I don't know. Liverpool get a couple of quick away goals and all of a sudden we need 6. Yeah, on to Saturday, in my opinion. Now, we've got Manchester Derby on Saturday, so we're going to need the strongest 11 out, obviously. talked about change, but there's pointless changing a load of players. We may as well just field our strongest side out, get it done, and let them get this little mentality in their heads. They'll become winners on. We could become winners on Saturday. That's strong mentally for the players. They'll be driven. Then they just got a big 90 minutes. I mean, people are talking about resting the players. They can't do that. I mean, it's 90 minutes. 90 minutes. That's all they need. A strong performance for 90 minutes. 4 days rest. They've had 3 weeks rest because not all the players have played an international break either. Strongest 11's got to go out against Manchester United. They've got to push forward and try and make a statement to say Man City are better than what we did on Wednesday night. Here's what we can do. We've got a good side in Manchester United. We're going to beat them. We're going to win the Premier League, and then we're going to go gunning for Liverpool. We might not go through, but hell, put up a fight. Show what we can do. That's what I want to see. I want to see some fighting spirit from the team, not the heads drop, because you know what I mean. Mentality goes. Now, for Tuesday, I want to talk about how we can win the game on Tuesday. Ultimately, I just want to win the game on Tuesday. I know we're probably going to go out, but wouldn't it be nice to go out with a win and it's not as embarrassing as scoreline, you know, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 4-2 something, I don't know. But it'd be nice to just win the game. It'd be nice to say, you know what, we had a bad game at Anfield, we had a good game at the Etihad. Liverpool were too strong for us in the first leg. We had too much to do, but we did win. In the meantime, we've won the Premier League too. You know what I mean? You can't have everything. There's a saving grace there. What we don't want is a loss against Manchester United and then get a bad result against Liverpool. Because, you know what I mean? That's just that's just making hard work of it. That's starting to pour a little bit of cold water on a very hot and fantastic season. So we don't want that. So for Tuesday, we just got to play our game, be patient. Ultimately, we want to score. I'd say first 15 minutes, we want to get a goal, give them something to think about. So I'd assault at them. I'd go straight for them. Liverpool score. They need to go about it like Barcelona, which is just, we can score goals. We're going to play our game. We're going to create chances. Let's go and see what can happen. And hopefully we can put all of our chances away and put Liverpool under some pressure. Because that's the only way we can go through here. Is putting Liverpool under pressure and forcing the mistakes from Liverpool. I say force because Liverpool, they've got 3 goals here. This isn't the match at the Premier League. This isn't, oh, you get 1 or 2 goals, the heads drop and we end up scoring 5. The heads won't drop if we get 2 goals and we go 2-0 up. That'll make them more determined. It'll make it that just a little bit more difficult. So we need to force them into mistakes. Sending off was crucial in that match at the Etihad back in September. So if we could try and force them into mistakes, make them into rash challenges, you know what I mean, try and force them out of the game, a sending off would help as well. You know what I mean, that would make things a little bit easier. Obviously, if Mo Salah doesn't play, our game plan comes a little bit more easier too, but I'd anticipate Mo Salah playing, so we've got to contend with what we've got, and for heaven's sake, just win the game. Whew. There we go. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know there's a lot to say on the game. There's a lot of reasons why this happened or what's not. So, you know what I mean? It's pointless Blues just sulking about it or, you know, letting it get the better of you. We've just got to move on, head towards Saturday. We're playing very soon. We've only got 48 hours to go, less than now, to go and win the Premier League. So, you know what I mean? We've got that to look forward to. Everyone loves the Manchester derby. It's a perfect time to go and respond. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. We've got more daily content video and the big preview for the Manchester derby and the potential to win the Premier League on Saturday. That video will be up tomorrow, so keep your eyes out for that one. Don't forget to check out my social media. That's in the links. In the description below. You can check out my second channel and my brother's partner channel doing mixology drinks. I'll pop them up at the end of the video. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the preview for the big game against Manchester United. Hopefully this time we'll put up a better performance. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.